why did Wayfarers decide to move on to an online platform in the first place?
Primarily for ease of use of our members. We historically have been a website-driven database using Club, if that's the right way. We use Club Buzz, for those of you that might know of that. We just found that to be very lethargic, very slow. Getting the finances out was really slow, and also it was only website. Whereas we wanted, obviously with everyone getting smartphones now, something that was available on tablets and your phones more crucially, and to give us that live feed, if you like, of the current status of the club. So I can do most things pretty much on my phone, out and about, which is really useful, but most importantly, so can our members. So when I nudge someone to pay their subs, they can do it there and then, which is pretty handy.
Yeah, absolutely. And originally, Wayfarers, the first couple of seasons, didn't really use Teamo for payments. I think this was the first. Is this the first season you guys have used it for taking your membership subs?
Yeah, so we shifted over September last year. We're using Club Buzz up to then. We were using Teamo for availability and degree selection via the senior section captain and coaches and all that lot. So I only got involved in September when we moved to the subs part, where we basically ditched Club Buzz for subs and moved to Teamo. So it was quite intensive, as you'll know, Joe, because we bugged you quite a lot with questions, bombarded you, on creating all the different products and teams and how to apply them, and all the little flags, which I'm sure you'll talk about later, possibly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure we will. And what was the reason about moving it? What were you doing before? And now what was the reason for moving those payments onto Teamo?
So before we were using Club Buzz for finances, which is quite archaic. You could set up installments and do one big payment, but due to the nature that it only ran its reports once a month, if you timed it badly when making your payment, as a member that is, the finance team might not see it for 6 weeks, which we have a strict no pay, no play policy. It made that quite difficult to enforce when you don't know whether they've paid or not for 6 weeks, unless the treasurer manually went in and consolidated all the payments that had gone in, which, as you can imagine, with at the time 1,000 juniors and about 400 seniors, is pretty time consuming. Added to that, Club Buzz, I think our treasurer was saying, in order to see the finances of a particular person, it took something like 27 clicks to get through to amend or update someone's personal profile. So times that by the amount of members that are querying or questioning, that's quite a few hours of her time spent just checking whether parents have paid for their kids or not, and those kinds of. Whereas with Teamo, particularly with the seniors, it's got a green or a red tick. You can see what they've paid instantly, so we can say it's not showing up.
Yeah, absolutely. And were there any barriers that you had to overcome when you moved on to Teamo that took a bit of resistance? And how did you overcome them?
We're about to move over to juniors this season. I think that's where we're going to get the noise, with parents being parts of so different hockey clubs so different sports clubs. We'll probably get more resistance from the parents from the senior section. Not at all. In fact, it was quite welcomed because they were kind of already using it for availability. So all it was just taking away the finances from Club Buzz and basically ditching that system to using something that's on their phone. And yeah, it did all go. It went pretty well.